Romo, congratulations on being inducted into this class of 2026. When you got the call, what was going through your mind and your emotions?
The call of congratulations or the call of recognition? I got two different calls, and both of them were both flattering.
Let's hear both.
Well, the initial call, I was reluctant. I didn't think I was worthy of the nomination. I didn't think I was worthy of recognition to be inducted into El Paso Hall of Fame. I mean, there's some heavy hitters here. If you can see all these signs and you can see all these pictures, all the coaches that have been in the Paso Baseball Hall of Fame, I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't, to be in the likes and the names of Tom Carrillo, Chris Forbes, Chapi Orozco, and those guys. But then, you know what? When they called me the second time and told me, you know what, Coach, congratulations, you're going to become a member of the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame. That's the time when we accepted it with open arms, and now I'm really, really excited to be a part of this awesome fraternity.
Not to get too much into your speech, but what does the game of baseball mean to you?
It's just a group of individuals striving to achieve a goal, and nothing excites me more than that. And that's what I just want to implement to the kids. Going out there and competing as a team, and going out there and struggling as a team, facing the adversities, overcoming adversities, and overall just trying to teach them to play the game the right way. Nowadays there's a lot of things on social media where kids don't identify the game as a true game of how it's been played in the years past. Guys like Tommy Carrillo, Chris Forbes, they taught us to play the game the right way. They taught us to coach the game the right way, and hopefully that's just something that we can continue to do, because these kids nowadays, they love baseball. They love baseball. They need baseball. If it wasn't for baseball and sports in general, I don't know where I would be. And so we recognize that. We want the kids to understand the little things about what's important: the teamwork, camaraderie, competition, and things that are going to help them for the rest of their lives.
Can you remember your earliest fond memory where you fell in love with the game of baseball?
Well, it's like I told in the interview last night on the radio, my first T-ball team, and I was coached by my father. My dad was my coach. And so I just thought that that's the way the T-ball teams in baseball was going to be like every year. I don't know if we won or lost. I didn't care whether we won or lost. My dad took us to get ice cream. He took us to Dairy Queen. He took us to get a hamburger. And just being with our teammates back in the day in that manner, in that fashion, it was awesome. And I thought baseball was going to be like that the rest of my life. and that's what I try to do. I try to instill that with the baseball team that we have now. I still take them, get an ice cream. I still take them, make them discada. I want them to feel like the way I felt back in the day, the way my dad made us feel, that win or lose, we were going to go get an ice cream, we were going to celebrate, we were going to have a good time, because it was a fun game regardless.
To have your family here and your teammates share with you in this moment, what does that feel inside for you? Even though your career is not over, but to get this recognition.
Thankfully, having conversations with Larry Hernandez, Mr. Fred Loya, may he rest in peace, and Tom Carrillo, one of the things that they recognized and told me is that it wasn't about me. When I was reluctant and didn't want to do this and I didn't want to go through this, they said, Coach, it's not about you. It's not entirely about you. It's the people that help you get where you are today. And when they said that, they put things in perspective. I thought about, my wife. I thought about my kids. I thought about my parents, of course. And they were absolutely right, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here where I am today. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to honor and celebrate the people that have helped me get where I am today.
Last thing, what message do you want to send to the Baseball Hall of Fame?
I want to thank them first and foremost, because this is an awesome fraternity. I come in here and I look at these posters and all the people there that are on them, and just to be recognized in the same breath as the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame and some of these guys up here, it's just a true honor, and something that it hasn't hit me yet, but maybe in a couple of years, and a couple of years after, maybe my son and my daughter, they end up having kids, and maybe the grandkids, and they say, you know what, my grandpa's a member of the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame, and I think that's when it'll really hit me, and just make me acknowledge the fact that, you know what, we did some things along the way, and we appreciate the El Paso Baseball Hall of Fame for recognizing that.
Thank you for watching this broadcast on El Paso Sports Network. Visit us at EPSportsNetwork1.com for your source of sports and entertainment.